First is teacher preparation. Teacher preparation refers to the teacher's personal worthiness, commitment, and even his motives for teaching. In order to qualify for the Spirit, we must first have our hearts right before the Lord. David Whitmer taught this idea using the familiar example of Joseph Smith's experience while translating the Book of Mormon. Please listen for principles about qualifying for divine help taught by Brother Whitmer. He wrote, "Joseph Smith was a religious and a straightforward man. He had to be, for he was illiterate and he could do nothing himself. He had to trust in God. He could not translate unless he was humble and possessed the right feelings towards everyone. To illustrate so you can see, one morning when he was getting ready to continue the translation, something went wrong about the house and he was put out about it, something that Emma, his wife, had done. Joseph came up soon after to continue the translation, but he could not translate a single syllable. He went downstairs, out into the orchard, and made supplication to the Lord, was gone about an hour, came back to the house, and asked Emma's forgiveness, and then came upstairs where we were, and then the translation went on all right. He could do nothing save he was humble and faithful." Brother Whitmer said of this, "Now we see how very strict the Lord is, and how he requires the heart of man to be just right in his sight before he can receive revelation from him. The same can be said of our opportunity in teaching. We must trust in the Lord, for we can do nothing of ourselves. We must be united in our efforts to seek the will of the Lord in building his kingdom with an eye single to his glory. We must be free of the spirit of murmuring and criticism in all its forms. We must be humble and possess the right feelings towards everyone, for the Lord is strict and requires the heart of man to be just right before receiving revelation. This is true in our personal lives, in our church service, and it is certainly true in our teaching. Like the prophet Joseph, we too should pray often and with faith that the Lord will purify our hearts, focus our desires, and guide our efforts.